I'll be interested to see like what AI has to teach about what human consciousness actually is, because some people could argue that, all right, so like the current state of AI, like Joe said, is, you put in all these inputs and it sort of like synthesizes them and, spits out something that's like seemingly novel, but it's really just a synthesis of various influences. But I mean, people could argue that's really what human consciousness is itself is, you just have all of these inputs. And there's this really good book by Mark Twain that I read when I was a teenager called What is Man? And it's from his later life when he got really, really cynical after I think both of his daughters died, or maybe it was just one of his daughters and his wife. And he got pretty dark. And it was like a treatise on what man is, like what makes him up. And it's like he goes into this discussion. The whole thing is framed as a discussion between like a young idealistic man who sees the best in humanity and sees like all of its potential, and like an old jaded man who I guess is really Mark Twain, who says humans are basically just a machine, that they have all these influences, and really any action at any certain point is only the synthesis of all of these influences. There's really no such thing as free will.
That is interesting. And to give it another perspective, I think it was Isaac Newton who said that he was only able to get as far as he got, understand the things that he understood by standing on the shoulders of giants. So to me, there's kind of a fine line between the cynical nature of being like, we're all just robots repeating what we've heard, and being like, there's something about the human mind that is complex enough to put these things together and add something else. Otherwise, we wouldn't have ever progressed beyond cavemen. So we're not obviously going to get to the bottom of what is consciousness in this conversation. I'll just say maybe I'm wrong that AI can't be generative in the same way that humans can be. In which case, I definitely see it going, uh, getting to the point where there's a new life form on Earth that you have to compete with, which could be very bad for humanity.